Ahoy sailors, we're back aboard SV Quetzal and we're in a new slip at Harrington Harbor South. So the winds on the Chesapeake Bay typically blow, the prevailing winds are either from the south or from the north, and our old slip was oriented north-south. So when we came and left the slip, we either had a headwind or a tailwind, rarely a crosswind. We have moved to a new slip. It's a little better location for us in the marina, less traffic when we pull out in a wider fairway, but that slip is oriented east-west. And so like for today, we've got a reasonably strong 15-knot breeze blowing from the south. So we're gonna have to deal with a crosswind. So yeah, we're gonna have, as we back out, we'll have a crosswind on the stern and then the beam and then the bow. Of course, our intention would be to turn to starboard and leave the marina. And hopefully the wind will catch the bow more than the stern. You know, we have a pretty substantial keel, and the boat has a little bit of port prop walk. So I'm hoping as we back out into this fairway, we'll be able to keep the boat at least pointed east-west and hopefully get the stern to move a little bit to the south there. And then as the bow comes out, where there's less of a keel below it, the wind will catch the bow and ideally spin us around. So we'll see. I don't really like docking bow to. I've always docked stern to because it makes leaving the slip so much more consistent. You know what's going on. The downside, of course, is when you leave, you can't see what's coming at you. We have gotten the boat cleaned up a bit. I mean, she can really use a good detailing, but at least got all the bird crap off. Really looking forward to heading out of the slip and heading up to Annapolis, hopefully grabbing a mooring ball for a couple of nights. It's really a bit of a shakedown cruise since we left the boat on the hard for the winter. Yeah, so come aboard with the crew of SV Quetzal as we sail up to Annapolis. And given the forecast and the current wind, I think you're gonna need to hold fast.
Vessel taking on water, Coast Guard Channel 60.
Okay, here we are. What do you think? A little excitement. It's been a while since we did this. I'd say Jerry at Evolution Sales Deltaville, Jerry Littell, did a good job on the main from what I can tell. Cleaned it up, stitched it up, get one more season out of it. I think it's time to unfurl the space. Go for it, girl. Sec. Keep coming. That is us with full main and a staysail in 13-14 apparent on broad reach. Starboard. Okay, my bangs are good. No. Okay, so we left the slip. Didn't bump anything. We got the main up, we got the staysail up, doing 7.5, somewhere between 7.5 and 8 knots.
And we had 8.2.
Yeah, we're, you know, averaging 7.5. What does Miss Swan say about being back on the water in Quetzal like the first time? I don't know, since we really since we sailed down to that like Smith Creek.
It's been a long time.
Like July or August last year. Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah? We're gonna have some fun in Annapolis?
Yes.
Guys, we're gonna have some fun. tack here pretty soon. We just executed a jibe, and now it looks like we've got a direct run into Annapolis Harbor. Here we are waiting for the Spa Creek Bridge to open. Here we are finally on a mooring ball in Spa Creek. Yep. Beautiful evening. We're pointed one way, everybody else is pointed another way. Pretty normal for SV Quetzal. Oh, it's yummy though, doesn't it? A little kielbasa in there. The peppers and the onions. Well, good morning, sailors. We're here in Annapolis, in the mooring field in Spa Creek. We just called for the water taxi and we're gonna head into Annapolis, do a little shopping, have some lunch, just really enjoy the town. It is graduation week at the U.S. Naval Academy, so I bet it's going to be a madhouse. Come along with us as we head in to the capital of sailing, or United States capital of sailing anyway. Here comes our ride into town. Annapolis water taxi. Yeah.
Let it ride, ride, y'all.
All right, good morning, everybody. We just pulled off the mooring ball, had a little bit of drama. First night we were here, a big tide came in, and the wind was out of the, I guess, the southeast, and basically we were on a mooring that was relatively close to shore, and the tide lifted us up and the wind spun us around, and when the tide went out, we were, at least our stern was aground. So we got up early today when the large tide came back in. As you know, not all high tides are equal, right? There's typically here, at least on the Chesapeake Bay, there's a low high tide, there's a high tide. We had to wait for the high tide, and we were able to get off. So now we're just puttering around in the mooring field while we wait for the Spa Creek Bridge to open. Early morning departure from Annapolis. 8 knots, 10 knots on the broad reach. One's a little bit behind us. Well, when we started out, the wind was right behind us, and it was actually rather light. We were going about 3.5, 4 knots as we exited Annapolis. But we're now out in the middle of the bay, and the wind's picked up nicely, and we're cruising along. Here we are, back in the slip. Back at Harrington Harbor South. It is breezy today. Coming in, the channel is blowing 20, 22, 23 knots. But this marina is very sheltered. Actually, you can see it's still blowing a little bit. The boat's listing the breeze. Yep. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little sailing adventure over the weekend. I'm back at the boatyard, back at the marina, and prepping this beautiful Oyster HP 49, Pilot House 49 for survey and sea trial tomorrow. So, like I said, if you liked our adventures, I know the channel's pretty erratic. We don't really tell a story. We just go out and sail and post a video if I feel like it was really for my benefit, right? So when I'm too old to get on a boat or sail, I can go back and relive the adventures. But really appreciate that you follow along, and so give us a like, give us a subscribe, and who knows what's next? Maybe I'll do a little video of this oyster during sea trial.